Hey, what's happening, guys? I'm ElectroFreak0, and I'm bringing you a playthrough of Paper Mario from Nintendo 64. Man, that game is old now, but I want to play it again because I know they're coming out with Paper Mario for the 3DS, and I'm pretty stoked for that. It's going to be one heck of a game, I'll tell you what. They added a whole bunch of new things like stickers. That's going to be an exciting addition. I don't know what I'm going to do with all those things. So, yeah, we're just starting out. We got Luigi coming here to answer his mail. And, just so you guys know, I'm going to be doing a, separate playthrough of this where it's going to be the same video, but I'm going to have no commentary on it. And I figure some people don't want to sit and listen to my voice every time we watch these videos, you know? Or some days you just don't want to hear what I got to say. And that's fine with me. I'm going to provide an option for you guys. That's going to be linked in the description. I will usually have the no commentary version up before the commentary version, obviously, because I don't need to record a commentary for it. The no commentary, obviously. And I can just throw it right up, you know? So, for you guys who have never played Paper Mario or any Mario in the history of Mario forever, the basic story is Bowser kidnaps Peach again, and you are Mario again, and you are attempting to save her. I don't feel it's necessary that I should have to read all of the words that they're going to say. If you guys think that I should, or that you think that would be something cool that I could do, comment that down below, and maybe I can do it next time. I'm open to suggestions on this. It's really this is my first commentary, so I mean, I'm really open to suggestions as to what you guys think I should do. But yeah, at the start here, Mario's basically invited to Peach's house for a party, and that's the premise at the beginning. Till we meet Bowser, of course. That'd be something exciting again. I will be doing longer chunks. I mean, as you can see, this playthrough, this part 1 is almost a half an hour long. I already have part 2 captured. I just need to commentate it and produce it all up for you guys, and I'll probably have the part 2 with no commentary up fairly soon. If not, by the time you get to the end of watching this, I may have that all produced and page 2. Yeah, so I'm ElectroFreak0, and I'm from Wisconsin. No, we're not an amazingly popular state. I don't understand why. We got the Green Bay Packers, which everybody does. Won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. And, I mean, a lot of people don't understand what Wisconsin means. I mean, yeah, we have the cold winters, and the summers aren't exactly 72 degrees and beautiful, but, you know, I kind of like it here. You get some more wide open space, but it's not the flat hills like you get out in Iowa, where it's just cornfield after cornfield, and there's just nothing. You go down a little south to Kansas, say, or Nebraska, and it's just flat. I mean, I'd go insane living out there. I don't know if any of you guys are from around there, but that would drive me crazy, having all that flat area around there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You can see we have no chance against Bowser. As soon as he activates his Star Rod. But yeah, this is, I played Paper Mario before. I bought it for Virtual Console on the Wii. And I played all the way up to the final battle with Bowser, which I never did beat him. And maybe one day I'll go back to my Wii and finish that up, but I don't have a recording device or anything for that, so what I'm playing through here is emulator on the PC. But I think it's pretty good quality actually on the PC. I mean, gets it up to 480p, and that's something that you're not going to get very often, especially if you're playing the original N64 version. Besides the fact that I'd have to worry about having to blow on the cart every time I try to play it, you know. This way you turn on the computer and it's there, you know. But yeah, you can see Bowser is just way too powerful for us, and he just lays us down with one flame attack. If you guys think that I should have shorter parts or longer parts, or what you guys think, just leave something in the description or in the comment section below for me, because I've never done a commentary before. This is obviously all recorded afterwards. I'm not playing as I record this, I'm recording afterwards so I can get the separate no commentary and commentary captures, because I won't be able to record the audio separate from the video. I did play through a little bit on Paper Mario for the GameCube, 1,000 Year Door, and I thought that was actually a pretty good game, but I think I only rented it for like a week or something, and I played it, and I really enjoyed it, but I never went back and bought it. Same thing with Luigi's Mansion. If anybody's ever played Luigi's Mansion, that is a great game. I really recommend picking up a copy of that game disc and popping it in your Wii if you got it, and definitely giving that a play, because Luigi's Mansion was one of my favorite all-time games. And again, they're coming out with a 3DS version, which is going to be awesome. So, yeah, right now I'm in broadcasting school for radio production and practicing all that kind of stuff, so hopefully in a few weeks here I'll graduate and get on the radio, and then maybe I can do this on the side as some sort of extra voice practice, I guess. I always thought it was weird how those stars give their power to Mario. They just kind of poop on him, and that's how they give them their power. I'm not sure how if that even helped him at all, because he's still totally passed out. I think Toad helps him out a lot more than any of those stars did. I do apologize if you saw when the title screen came up and stuff. The emulator I'm using, Project 64, does have a couple of hiccups graphically with this game. You'll see a little later when I go up against the Goomba King leader guy that in the action sequence afterwards I will lose visual. It'll just be a picture of the background for a little second. I assure you I'm not editing the video in this way. This is actually how I captured it, and I'm seeing the exact same thing you're seeing. And I know it kind of bums me out. You'll see when I go into the start menu here later to attach badges and stuff that there's slight graphical glitches, but it's nothing that breaks the game per se. Just little things. I know at one point I went into a save spot in the second part, and after I saved, I lost the actual everything except the background again for a little bit, and then it popped back up, so I'm not sure if I'll include that since that'll be at the end. I will be playing until save points in the game, even though I don't have to since I'll be playing on an emulator. I prefer to get to a save point and just save it that way. I feel better about that, and it'll be more of a more solid point anyway when recording to know, okay, I got to this section, you know? I always thought it was funny too how a lot of characters have the exact same voice, per se, the exact same sound when their text appears on the screen. Like, I'm sure all the Goombas and Toad and the stars, I think, all have the same sound effect. Peach might be the same too. But I guess that's a restraint for having a console that's running off cartridges. I mean, you don't have room for audio tracks on something like that. It's not a CD-based console. Although they did come out with the, I believe it was the disk drive, the 64DD, which you could attach to the bottom of your Nintendo 64, but it was only in Japan that they released it. And it was sort of an add-on where you could play disc-based games on your N64. It was actually quite interesting. I know YouTube has quite a few videos on that. If you guys want to search for something like that, go check that out, because that is quite interesting indeed. I'm sure you'll find out through watching these videos I'm quite a nerd. I have a 360, a Wii, and a PS3. I'm not a rich boy or anything like that. I just saved my money and that's what I spent it on. I don't have any of those with me actually at this point because I'm probably 100 and 200 miles away from my house, at least, for going to school. So, and I don't have a recording device for those, as I said, so it wouldn't really matter if I had them with me or not. I do have that, like, 27-second clip or whatever it is on my thing of Black Ops, but that's simply through Black Ops itself. I didn't actually record that with anything. That's Black Ops Theater mode, where it just converted it over. So, don't go running screaming, you know. By the way, everybody seems to be getting really offended easily on YouTube lately. Pointing a lot of fingers, saying a lot of bad things about each other. I don't understand why people are becoming so offended suddenly, or if it's just been gradually happening and I missed it. But people are really offended by people doing things similarly on their pages. I know Toby Games and PewDiePie are doing very similar things, and there's often fights on their channels with their comment boards where everybody's just pointing the finger, oh, he did it first and he did it first. I don't understand why these people are making such a big deal out of it. No offense to the other countries, but I live in America, and I feel that we have the freedom of choice here, and if you don't want to watch Toby Games, then don't watch Toby Games. If you don't want to watch PewDiePie, please don't watch PewDiePie. Don't go to the other videos just to make a big upset about it. That's something that really bothers me when I just scroll down to see some fun comments and all I see is people yelling at each other. That's the same thing with the console wars, but I'm not going to get into that whole thing. At least not yet. I don't mean to offend anybody by what I say on here. If I do offend somebody, leave a comment about it so I know that I shouldn't bring it up again. Because I know people just stop listening or stop watching the videos or get mad at me and leave a comment that means no sense, like I hate you or you're a horrible person or something to that effect. It's like, I don't know what you're mad at me for. I can't fix it. So don't leave dumb comments like that, please, because it just doesn't help anybody.
I'll probably end up deleting them anyway because it doesn't make sense to have a comment on there that says I hate you, because either A, people agree with you and they won't watch the videos anyway to see the comment, or they'll see the comment and think like me and be like, that was a waste of time, why did I go and look at that? So we're at the point where I have to help the old Goomba, Grandpa Goomba, whatever his name is, Goompa, I think it is, find his hammer. I believe it's behind this bush. Yeah, right there. And, I know it may look like I've played the game before here. It was actually like 2.5 years ago before that I played this the first time on the Virtual Console, and I haven't looked at it since. And I just thought of this the other day, well, why don't I make a playthrough of this, you know? So I pulled it up and started making a playthrough, and this is actually my second attempt at it. My first attempt I went through just to kind of get a feel for the game, and I found a few hidden items like the doll, and later you'll see I find that fire flower that's on top of the building. I don't know. I believe that's in part 2. But I will try to get links up for the parts, because I know YouTube isn't always good about, well, this is part 1, well, I'm not going to show you part 2 and the results to keep watching them, which I think is kind of dumb. There you just saw the glitching when I enter battles. I believe that pops up almost every time, that you'll have that slight glitch at the top of the screen. Nothing's wrong with your YouTube, that's just the video recording. I don't know about you, but I think the video capture on here is actually a bit clearer than what it would be if I tried to play N64 on a standard TV, or even an HD TV with an S-video cable. I do have an N64 on an HD TV, but I only have the standard video inputs, so it doesn't look the greatest. Here it definitely looks a lot clearer, a bit sharper, but you can see there's small graphical glitches, like you'll see after I beat this guy here, when it zooms in on Mario and Goompa. There on the bottom of them you can see a slight shadow glitch that happens there, or it's a bit of a ripple effect. But for the most part, it runs, it plays, I can get through it. It's not that big of a deal. Hopefully there aren't any game-breaking glitches 3/4 of the way through the game, because that would kind of suck to play 3/4 of the way through and then all of a sudden I can't see what I'm doing and I die every time. There I just found a mushroom randomly. I had no idea that was there. But yeah, I can tell you, a lot of the lucky stuff that I do is just that, lucky stuff that I really didn't know was gonna happen. That's not the fire flower I was talking about. There's gonna be a fire flower later that you have to find a spring in a tree and find it, which was a pleasant surprise for me when I wasn't paying that much attention and just hit a hammer on a tree and discovered a free thing. One of the things I really liked about the Paper Mario series is it was kind of a continuation of the Super Mario RPG series in the way that it was a turn-based battle system, but they upgraded it a lot to bring it up to the 64-bit standard, you know, and they gave it a new feeling, because nobody wanted to see 2 3-dimensional Mario games. They had the Super Mario 64 already. I mean, this really made it stand out from that. As an adventure, it made it feel like something else, which is truly what it was something completely different. By the way, if you guys think I should cut those battles, those one-man battles or whatever, clean out of the picture to cut down on video length, let me know, because that wouldn't be a problem for me to just go in there and do a few cuts and bring the gameplay down to 20 minutes or whatever it would be. I just attacked that mushroom. I thought it was a three-dimensional object I could interact with. Didn't work out that way. I always thought it was funny that you can first strike these guys with a hammer, but you can't hit them with a hammer at any other time. It's only the first strike. You think they would have made it so the hammer would have no effect on the first strike. Kind of like when you jump on a spiked Goomba, you still hurt yourself. But, and you can see I'm being smart about it. You don't hit the second guy down. You're going to want to get the first guy out of there, so you only take one more damage. And that's really going to simplify everything. Some people are like, oh, why don't you just jump on the second guy? Well, there was no sense in that. That saved me an extra HP. Yeah, it doesn't matter early in here, but it's good to always practice good skills with something like that. Silly old people forgetting things. Now, I wonder what they inserted there when you didn't find the dolly. I wonder if they made you go back and find it, or if you just skipped that scene altogether and Goomba just came right back out. I'm kind of interested just to go back and see. Because I don't remember. My guess would be it would skip straight to Goomba coming back out. Or it would skip to Goombario here, telling us about how he has big, strong muscles, and he's going to grow up to be impressive like Mario. I'll admit it, I don't work out. It's not a strong suit of mine. I'm more of a knowledge-based kind of person. Some people may call me a nerd. That's fine with me. We get our first badge, the Power Jump badge. Now here you'll see that glitch I was talking about with the start menu. Also, I tried to skip the badge introduction in the first playthrough, and didn't work out so well. There you see when I switched screens, it made the entire screen get fuzzy for a second there, but it fixed itself rapidly and it wasn't a huge deal, so it should be something I'll be able to get by without dealing with later. Thank goodness he lets us take his hammer. I mean, what would we have done the rest of the game if we couldn't use the hammer? Made us take another adventure just to find another hammer. I'm kind of excited. During this recording, iOS 6 was just released today. So I'm kind of excited. I'm going to download that tonight and install it all up and hopefully tomorrow I'll have some exciting turn-by-turn directions from an Apple Maps product instead of Google. But because I was kind of surprised Google Maps didn't include some sort of turn-by-turn directions in there. They did, but it's not voiced, and it doesn't follow you when you do stuff, and it's very poorly made. I don't understand why they even included features like that, or why they didn't include features like voiced turn-by-turn navigation. Alright, well, I'm gonna wrap this up then. I'm gonna take a nap in Toad's house, which takes an exceedingly long time to do. Should just be jump on the bed and take a nap. And wake up. And I'll run outside and save my game. Thank you guys for watching, and like, comment, subscribe.
Ah!